Okay, so I bought that Bible that Trump was selling with the guy who wrote that "I'm proud to be an American" thing. And when I bought it, I didn't realize that this was going to be in it. I tore it out because I don't think that's appropriate. But I don't mind this, and I'm going to explain why. Okay, so I do want God to bless America, and I don't think having something on the cover of your Bible like "God bless the USA" is a problem. It really isn't a problem for me because I want God to be the head. I mean, He is, first off, He rules over everything, anyways, and we're getting the judgment we deserve. But that's not the point. The point is, I don't have a problem with this. I know some people do, but I do not. Okay? And maybe it's because I've read the Old Testament and, you constantly ask for God to bless the land of Jerusalem. And I know that He was giving them that land, but this is the land I was born in. So, for me, even though it's not like, obviously, it's not as important, it's still, I want God to bless America. So this was not the problem for me. Like I said, I ripped this stuff out, and I thought it came separate, like I didn't understand. But it came with the Declaration of Independence. It came with the Constitution, which, I mean, those are nice things to have, but they shouldn't be in the Bible. Like, I get that. And then it also had the Bill of Rights, the Pledge of Allegiance, which, by the way, I kind of don't like. Like I said, I don't mind God bless America. I really don't. But I don't pledge allegiance to my flag. I only pledge allegiance to Jesus. If this place goes absolutely Sodom and Gomorrah, I don't owe an allegiance to this place. I just want it to be under the Lord. So I've actually not been a fan of the Pledge of Allegiance for a while. I mean, it had some blank pages, which, to be fair, I didn't care, except for the Statue of Liberty's in there. And I mean, it's not even a problem necessarily, but with all the other stuff, it had to come out too. The Bible was a KJV, and it was actually kind of nice. They sent this thing where they were thanking and apologizing for it taking too long, but it actually only took a week. And whenever you buy it, they're like, it can take up to a month. So this was actually kind of sweet. And it smelled like glue. And I think that's because they just kind of like wedged that in at the back. But it's easy to take out. I will say that. It's easy to take out. And I do have that now in the Bible, but honestly, whenever I go through a Bible, I end up letting it get kind of ragged anyways, because I don't know how to properly take care of my Bible. I need to watch a video on that, because, okay, so this one I read through the New King James Version, and you kind of can't tell with my bad camera, or maybe you can, yeah. It looks kind of rough, and it's from opening it and going through it. And then this is the one. This is the original. This is the one that even before I started reading front to back, you can tell this is the one that I was like looking for stuff in. It's seen better days. It's pretty roughed up. This is the one I'm reading right now, and it's the ESV, the R.C. Sproul General Edition. General Editor, I'm sorry. The English Standard Version, the Reformation Study Bible. It's an ESV. So I had KJV, NKJV, and these two I've read. And then I'm reading this one, and this one I got, and I need to explain why I got it, because I'm not a Trump fan. I'm not disillusioned that Trump is a Christian. And after I bought it, he suddenly went more pro-life instead of abolitionist, or not even that. He's like pro-abortion, period. But I have a huge problem with that. But the whole reason I got it is I'm aware that this guy has to pay court fees, and buying a Bible is never a problem. I actually feel bad because I'd made a video about this one, and I was like, well, 67 is a lot of dollars for a Bible. And then this one was like $69. So that made me feel bad because this is a treasure. I mean, I'm walking through the Bible right now with pastors at the ends of each page, and it's been a blessing. Like I'm only at the end of 1 Kings, and I just so much more enriched from having this Bible. So I feel bad about that because then I got this because I want to make sure that Donald Trump isn't in prison because he can't pay his court fees. And also, it's pretty. It's a pretty Bible. I have a Bible problem. And I'm thinking about going through this one. I was going to get another version and go through it after I get through my ESV. But I might just go through this one and make sure they didn't change anything because this was kind of like a red flag. And I don't even think they mean bad. Most cultural Christians don't mean bad. But, yeah, and it's beautiful, by the way. It feels really good. I'm sure once I get thumbing through it, it'll look really ugly because Lord help me with these Bibles. If anybody does see this and they know how to properly clean Bibles, please leave a comment and tell me what I need to use because they're not going to last forever with me. They're not even going to make it a good 30 years because I'll just go through them. Whichever one I'm reading through, I'll end up going to get information as I'm on the internet because people say dumb things and then, a Bible verse will pop in your head, or they'll take a Bible verse out of context that has nothing to do with nothing and you know it, so you go to the verse. But anyways, as I'm going through a Bible, that's the one I will be thumbing through. So they go through a lot. These Bibles, they go through a lot. They have to deal with me. I love the Word of God, and I get that this might be a problem for some people. And I can see the side of it because, let's face it, even the people that made it, they're just cultural Christians. This means to them the wrong thing. For me, this is, God bless the USA. That's fine. I do want God to bless the USA. I want us to be super Christian. But I do also get that it's people being like, America's special and all of that. And our Constitution is not perfect because it's not like the beginning of this book. And I know nobody's ready to have that conversation. But yeah, it wasn't bad. Except for that's in the Bible. Like it was literally in the Bible. It wasn't separate. Other than that though, and the smell of glue, it's a pretty good Bible. Like I love the feel of it. So, yeah.